Hi, good. Welcome to Shift. This is your host, Palmonia Gordon. Thank you for joining us today. Today, I just wanted to talk to us about roadblocks. If you have ever lived and you haven't yet had roadblocks in your life, you've not been living. I'm sorry, no disrespect. It's just the truth. My name is Palmonia Gordon. I'm your host. I'm an author. I published my first book. It's entitled Order It. It's a guide to manifesting your dreams. Speak to the power of your words and your just the things that bring about what we desire in life. I'm a mom and I have a background in corporate America. Over 23 years, picked up my bag to go to work one day and the thought of going postal made sense. And this morning, I just wanted to share with us about roadblocks. Have you had any roadblocks in your life? And what are they? How did you work through them? I was just having a conversation with someone, and I said to her, we were talking about Oprah Winfrey. And to me, if you want to look at someone that may have had roadblocks or what may be perceived as roadblocks, that would be a person because the person was asking, if she saw her, does she believe she would have been the same person that she is today had she gone on another route? And I basically said, well, if I'm going to a certain point and I'm going in the opposite direction, am I moving away from that point or towards it? But I also said in the same time, I thought, yeah, that's someone who has had roadblocks. When she was a little girl, she used to sleep on the porch. She went to the not Porsche car, porch as in veranda at the front of the house. Went to school first day. She had her dress was a sack that they had. But at 9 years old, when she got abused, that would have been a moment to say, oh, this is a roadblock. I am going to give up on life. I'm not going to go anymore. And then even later on, as she got pregnant, it could be perceived as another roadblock. As a matter of fact, her mentor, Maya Angelou, was abused and she refused to speak for, I think, 2+ years. She just didn't say a word because the person who abused her was found dead, and she believed it was because she spoke and told what had happened to her that the person ended up dying. So, what are the roadblocks you've had? I've had many. I've had so many. I did a whole book about it. Being taken from my mom. Well, I wasn't taken from my mom. My mom wasn't home. My sister was home. My dad told my sister he was going to take me for the weekend and he never took me back. So I didn't end up growing with my mom and my sisters. I grew up with my dad and my stepmom and my other sisters there. Suffered abuse, part of the Me Too movement. That's something to look forward to. And just being divorced, being married, being cheated on, so many things that I could get up any day and say, that's it, I'm done. But I get up every day and I know there's so much more. I know there's more to look forward to. Not having kids till I was almost 30 was, I think, one of the biggest roadblock that I encountered in my life where I'm not sure if I was looking for something to validate me or if I was looking for someone I could love and felt it was a pure love, because my entire life so far, my relationship with men has not been one where trust and respect and honor and just the nice things, that the godly things, if you will, that men should represent in life according to scripture. they had not been in my life for many years. Now I am purposing and I'm intentional to put them in, not because men have yet to prove themselves to be trustworthy and honest and strong and in all of that on a great extent, but because now I am now recognizing who I am and how it is important to me as an individual. It's relevant for me to grow and to become who I am. And in order to do that, I got to let go. So when we have roadblocks or we have situation that has come up that we think is supposed to hinder us and to stop us, how have you treated it in the past? What have you done? Does it have you stuck? Does it indeed have you at a roadblock because you haven't been able to see past it? You haven't been able to get up and says, you know what? I'm so glad that happened. Because I honestly, I wouldn't be able to have the natural, pure love in my heart like I do today for men if I hadn't gone through what I'd gone through. They would have just been maybe like food, you use, you think it just would have been a totally different kind of love. I'm convinced of that. But now I'm able to love on a different level. Now I am able to love and I'm not expecting to receive love back because I know that I have enough love to give and I'll just give it and keep moving. And are you able to get to that oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys, I didn't even explain what shift is. What do we do here? Shift is designed to keep us moving. It's like the minute hand on the clock, the second hand that takes 60 tiny ticks around the clock and makes it to 1 minute. And then the 1 minute does 60 tiny ticks and it gets to 1 hour. So shift is designed to help people moving, to keep us moving where we're stuck in our journey, where we feel hurt, where we feel broken, where we feel alone, where we feel like we are not going to make it another day. And you come across an information and you go, oh my gosh, okay, I'm not alone. It allows you to take a deep breath and you say, okay, one more day. So shift is to encourage you to do one more day, one more minute, one more second, one more hour, just one more of whatever it is. One, just as how when a baby is learning to walk and everybody's cheering, yay, because you just wanted to do one more step. So we want you to shift by taking the tiny steps. So as you look at the roadblocks that you have had and the situations you've had to work through, the situation you may be in right now, how can I shift? How can I? You don't need to move a whole lot, just a little bit, just tiny bit. It's kind of like if this is tight, I don't really need to take it off, but I may just pull at this just a little bit so that it allows me to breathe. And that's what we want you to be able to do, to breathe, to maybe take a step back where you're able to look at something that was a little bit too close in your face so you couldn't see it clearly. And then you can say, oh, there, I see a way out. And then you can design that way out. So I'm going to encourage you to look at the roadblocks that you've had. And if there is one sliver of a point where it has made you better, it has taught you something, it has helped you to grow in some way, shape, or form, I want you to say thank you. I know I'm sorry I didn't tell you all. I'm a little bit crazy, but you do know that by now. Just say thank you for that experience. Thank you that because I went through that, I was able to do this. I was able to receive this. I was able to become this. And hopefully, what you are becoming is a better person, a better you, a person who now makes wiser decisions, who believe in yourself, who trust yourself, who depend on yourself for more, whereas before you were more self reliant on others. Palmonia, I love you. I encourage you to keep shifting one tiny second at a time. Because if you keep doing that, I promise you, you will grow, you will become, the block will go. As long as you don't give up, something has to give. I love you. Have a good day. See you next time on Shift. Simply helping individuals to find their true passion, their true purpose, their true thoughts. And we do it through sharing our stories, our talents, our ideas, our gift, just by being together and sharing our stories. Because if you win, it means I win. And if I win, the other people that are around me win. Okay? Bye.